Welcome, everyone. I think we're going to get started right away here. I've got a few tools to show you this morning. I don't want to repeat anything that you already know, but I've included quite a few tools in my slides that maybe potentially could be new to you, at least one. When I go to PD, sometimes I already know stuff. Sometimes, my goal is always just to take one new thing away from the PD session. So I'm hoping that you'll take that away today. For anyone who's new, my name is Katie Birch. I am a teacher here in Sioux Lookout, Ontario. Been teaching for a long time. I'm also a Google certified trainer, and I work for this incredible organization called Connected North, where I have the pleasure of bringing virtual experiences to students and teachers all across Canada, and in some cases outside of Canada. We've noticed Hey Mally lately with our Connected North at Home program. Okay, we have quite a few people in. I see Sylvie just joined us. Hey Sylvie, how's it going? All right, I'm going to share my slides with you, but before I do, I'm going to put a link in the chat for those who have just joined, and what it is it's access to my slideshow. It will let you take a copy of my slideshow. I will pop that link in there for you just to make sure everyone has access to it. Feel free, like I say, always use it as you like. It's there for you to just post. There we go. I don't know what's happening with my chat. Hang on, I'm going to read my chat. All right, so we're going to get started. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be teaching you today, and then you guys are going to kind of direct me and tell me what you would like to learn, because I feel like I want to do something that's relevant for you. So I've got the chat open, so if you have any questions as we go. If anyone's having trouble with sound, make sure you let Mally know, and she'll send you a fix for that. But if you're having trouble with sound, you wouldn't have heard me say that. So, okay, let's move along. So today we are going to cover a few tools. Oh, something happened to my slides. Okay, it's okay. We'll deal. So today our focus is going to be on two main tools. We're going to be talking about Flipgrid, which is short videos for teaching and assessment, where students and teachers can create short video responses and instructions to each other. In the way that we're teaching right now, I thought it would be a really neat tool, because then you can actually see your students, although not in real time maybe, but it's kind of nice to see each other's faces and respond to each other through video, and it's also super fun. Not all students like to share their videos, but definitely some do, and there's some pretty fun features of Flipgrid. We're also going to look at EdPuzzle, which allows you to pull in any video from pretty much any video platform, Khan Academy, YouTube, TeacherTube, anything, and make that video your lesson. And in EdPuzzle, you can add questions. You can stop the students from not watching the entire video. They can't fast forward. And you also can track assessments right within EdPuzzle. So that is a really helpful tool. I love EdPuzzle, and today we're going to look at bringing in a Connected North at Home video that we have on our YouTube channel. I'm going to teach you how to make that into a lesson and then a quiz, which is super nice, because I know one of the big questions I've been getting from teachers is, how do I know my students are logging in? How do I know they're even accessing or even attempting to do the work I'm sending them? And both Flipgrid and EdPuzzle will at least let you know which students are responding and participating. It even shows you how far along the video in EdPuzzle students are getting. Before we start, though, I want to highlight a couple of tools that you might already know about, but a couple of ideas to make them better for you. And then if we have time, we'll go to Bitmoji, because I love Bitmoji, and if you don't have it already, it's kind of a fun thing to set up, so it helps you personalize your information for your students. So before we get started with Flipgrid and EdPuzzle, I'm actually going to refer to, I'd like to hear from you guys first. I'm going to share my other screen, and I have a poll that I would love if you would fill out for me. I just want to know where you want to get started today. Do you want to look at EdPuzzle first? Do you want to take a look at Flipgrid? Do you want me to give an overview of Castify? Or do you want to do Google Meet 2 tricks that will help you? So I will pop the poll. It will let me copy it. I'll just type it down here. If you go online and go to poll.com, Katie Birch 252. There we go. It will Castify. So Tiffany says she would like to do EdPuzzle. Yep, we're going to do that for sure. Sherry wants to take a look at Castify. We can do that. I'll just give you a couple of minutes to answer my survey. I'm gonna have some more coffee. I love PollEv because we pull everywhere. The information just loads so nicely and neatly, and I can see the responses right away. Rosie, need more coffee, Rose. Rose said B, Flipgrid. Okay, we'll focus on EdPuzzle and Flipgrid, but right before we start, I'm just going to show you a couple of tricks with Castify. And Roberto says all 4. Awesome. I will quickly review Castify and a couple of tricks with Google Classroom, and then we'll jump into EdPuzzle, Flipgrid, and if we have time, we'll come back to Castify. Okay, you guys can keep filling in that poll if you like. I'm going to switch my screens. Melly, just let me know if for some reason you're not seeing the screens that I'm talking about. Sometimes WebEx doesn't like me.
Yeah, okay. Castify, yep.
Yeah, okay, good. So Castify I've talked about, I believe, twice before in my last 2 sessions. And it is basically lets you record your movements in a browser or on your desktop so you can give tutorials to your students. And I just wanted to highlight that recently Castify, it used to be you could only record 5 minutes of Castify. And you'll see that when you click on any image in my slides, it will take you right to the website to install it or to the Chrome Web Store. But Castify is free until May, which means you get full features and there's no limit on the amount of recording that you can do. And all you need to do is enter this cast_COVID to upgrade your account, and you have the full features for free, I believe, until the end of May. So definitely the video tutorial. Castify is the best video tutorial program, and I use it all the time. Another thing I wanted to highlight before we jump into EdPuzzle, which is one of my favorite ones too, is Google Classroom. Some of you, I know a lot of teachers have had concerns about when you're using Google Meet within Google Classroom, you're worried that students will stay in once you've left the meeting and then they stay in and chat with each other. And some teachers love that. Some teachers don't want that to happen at all. So there's a little video that's linked in my slides here that shows you, number 1, how to personalize your meeting. I know Google Meet gives you a code that you can pop a link in, but there's another way to have students join Google Meet. And if you do it this way, the students will only be able to get into the meeting if they know that code. And once you leave the meeting is over. Students can't get back in. So I really like that feature. And then there's another one up here on the top left. It's called Google Grid View. And if you don't know about this already, if you're using Google Meet, just like this video conference, you'll see my picture really little on the side, and then my screen as the main front and center. But if you're meeting with students, sometimes you want to see like all of your students in front of you in like a grid format. So you just need to install the extension Google Grid View. And when you're using Google Meet, which is the Google video conferencing software, it will let you see your students kind of like the Brady Bunch, you know, where all those little images are right there in front of you at a time, which is really nice. So I think we will take a minute just because I'm curious how video is going to go through WebEx, but let's take a quick look at this Google Classroom meets Google Meet video. It's really not long, and then we'll jump into EdPuzzle.
There's no sound, Katie.
Okay, my computer doesn't like sound, so we're not going to do that, but you can go watch it, and it shows you how to set up a specific code within Google Meet, and I actually prefer this over the link that is shared right within Google Classroom. So I recommend you spend the 5 minutes, just go and watch it. We're going to move on to EdPuzzle. I don't want to waste time. You guys all have access to it now in the slides anyway. Okay, I'm going to open the chat because I want to make sure I'm not missing any questions. Okay, let's take a look at EdPuzzle, because that is one of my favorite ones too. Okay, so here we are here. Okay, EdPuzzle, what is it? Why bother? So basically what EdPuzzle is it's a program that lets you pull in videos from YouTube, Khan Academy, Crash Course, or you can record your own video and upload it as well, or you can pull in, which what we're going to do today is we're going to pull in the Connected North at Home recorded videos, and I'm going to show you how to turn that into a quiz and gather assessment, which is awesome. Okay, so EdPuzzle also introduces students to self-paced learning, which means students go in when they can, they watch the video, and then the teacher has the ability to add their own voice to narrate the video if you need to. You can ask students questions while they're watching. And then as they're watching, you can also insert a quiz to check for understanding, which is really awesome as well. Okay, so how do you get started with EdPuzzle? Well, it's very simple. You type in EdPuzzle. I should also mention that EdPuzzle integrates with Google Classroom. So when you create an assignment in EdPuzzle, you can actually send it right over to your Google Classroom. So I'd like everybody to go to edpuzzle.com. Don't worry about the slides. You can go back to them for your reference later. Oh, looks like I have some junk here. Okay, I'm going to log in as a different person. I'm going to log in as the demo that I made for Sherry. So it's just edpuzzle.com. It's a website. It's not an app or an extension that you need to install. Everybody good? Oh, good. I'm glad Trevor can hear loud and clear now. Awesome. Okay, so to sign up for EdPuzzle, you just click sign up and make sure you sign up with your Google credentials, because it's really important that in order to bring your students in through Google Classroom, you need to be connected with the same account or domain. So log in with your G Suite domain. So you're going to choose, are you a teacher? Are you a student? Click sign in with Google. This is the most important part, because otherwise you won't be able to bring your students in. So we're going to sign in with Google. You're going to choose your teacher account that is also your G Suite account, and it's going to take you to a page like this. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to get yourself signed up and in here, and then we'll continue. So I don't want to go too fast. So just give me a yep, I'm good to go when you're ready to move to the next step.
And that says ready.
Awesome.
Sigrid asked, her name is faded. Do I have to fill it in? Kim is ready.
No, Sigrid, it probably is just auto entering it for you. Okay. Awesome. Trevor's ready. Roberto's ready. Kim Savoy is ready. I love EdPuzzle for many, many reasons. Okay, so you'll see on the left-hand side of EdPuzzle where it says content. This is all on this area is content that has been created by other people with YouTube videos or Khan Academy videos that already have quizzes that you can copy and use yourself or modify. And then you'll see all the other channels that you can bring in: National Geographic, TED Talks, Crash Course, EdPuzzle, YouTube, all that good stuff. If it doesn't recognize your school, just add a school. So go to the bottom and say, my school is not listed, and then add your school. Rose, it won't let you log in. Is anyone else having trouble logging in besides Rose? Oh, good. Thanks, Rose. Our Rose is in now. Okay, before we look at any of this content, what I'd like you to do is we're going to set up your class, and we're going to bring your class in from Google Classroom and set them up as a class. So if you go on the top of the website and you go My Classes, okay, I'm going to try deleting this class so I can bring it in just like you guys do. So you should have a page that looks like this. Add a new class or Google Classroom. If you weren't part of a G Suite domain, you could totally go add a new class. Rose, could you let Sigrid know what the fix was that where you were able to log in? She says she isn't able to log in, and I'm not sure if it's an EDU account. Maybe let Sigrid know how you were able to log in after all. Okay. So you're going to come to a page like this. If you were not a G Suite user, thanks, Roberto, then you would use add a new class, and you can invite students by a code, which is totally fine. But why do that when we have our students in Google Classroom already? So we're going to, yeah, so Lynette, it is asking about, thank you for bringing that up. Lynette mentioned it's asking about parent permission, and you'd have to check with your school if you get permission. So many schools sign computer user agreements or like kind of blanket statements at the beginning of the school year where they give permission for the kids to have Google accounts and that kind of thing. And usually that happens in September. So there's a 99% chance your school already has an agreement signed. So check with your principal, but I mean, because we're connecting through Google Classroom, it is all pretty secure. The students are only accessing it through Google Classroom. You're only sending assignments through Google Classroom. But yeah, if you feel more comfortable about checking that your students have user agreements signed, definitely do that. It's usually attached with the same agreement form where parents say, yes, you can use my child's picture for social media and that kind of thing. So, okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to add a new class using Google Classroom. And because you're logged in with your G Suite account, your Google Classrooms are going to show up on the left-hand side. Don't panic. Nothing is posted to your Google Classroom until you say post. So Sigrid, I'm just going to show you what happened. I'm going to go in as a different student. Let's see if we can troubleshoot for Sigrid. Sigrid says it's saying her class is not listed. So I'm just going to show you EdPuzzle. I'll show you what happens. I'll go ahead and add your school, Sigrid, so you can see, and this might help somebody else anyway. So we're going to go sign up. I'm going to pretend that this person is a teacher. So I'm going to say I'm a teacher. Sign in with Google. We're going to sign in with the demo student account. Okay, you'll see the name and email was already added. Okay, create account. Yeah, no problem. Dust, I'll go and copy that link and pop it in the chat for you. Here's the slides here. Okay, so type your school name, and I know I'm just gonna pretend that my school, well, I'll just say oh gosh, Flipgrid spell Agrobush for me. Is this it? Okay. I see what you mean. AGWAH. Okay, so you see that the school is not listed. What you can do is go through as KIHF, Sigrid, and see where it says my school isn't listed. You can click add new school. You're going to say Poplar Hill. We're going to change the name. Add school. You'll see I'm adding the school for you anyway. It's not Victoria Linklater. It's not Deer Lake. No, we're going to add Agrobush, and it's in. So it should be showing. Yeah, no worries, Dessa. I'll help you troubleshoot at the end. Okay, so that's how you add your school. I'm going to get out of this one because I want to be in this school. I'm going to go back a step. Okay, go to my classes. We're going to add a class with Google Classroom. You're going to choose which class you would like to pull in. You could pull in all of them if you want. It really doesn't do anything except set that classroom up in EdPuzzle. Import class. Okay, and what this allows you to do is send assignments to that Google Classroom. So that's why it's an important step to set that up. Okay, you'll see that EdPuzzle also gives you a grade book. So as you, on the top right-hand side, as you create assignments for your students, the grade book will show up. And yes, the grades can be downloaded and uploaded into another program. I know some people are exclusively using Google Classroom for assessment, so it's totally fine to enter the marks into Google Classroom after using the data that comes from here. Okay, we're going to go back to content. Any questions before we move to content? Okay, so there's a couple of options in EdPuzzle. So there are lessons that are already created. So if you're looking for a specific lesson that may already be created for you, so somebody give me a topic of something that they're teaching right now in science or math. Give me a strand. Mally is working on rocks. So let's open space. Oh, Trevor, space is awesome. And I'm going to show you an incredible video from one of our astrophysicists, and we'll use that video to pull in if I can find it. Okay. So let's go with fractions. Oh, fractions, Sherry. We have a fractions. Is that session today, Mally?
It's tomorrow at 10 o'clock Central, and it's not allowed to be recorded, but you got to meet this guy. He's phenomenal.
It looks like Sherry already had plans on going because she already knew it was tomorrow. So, okay, so let's search for fractions. You're going to search in the box, and there is, do you see where it says EdPuzzle at the top? That means these lessons have already been created, and it is always good practice to watch the videos before you send it to your students. But let's go take a look. You'll see on the video, see how it says just the time of the video listed, and there's nothing else here, just the time. That means it's just the video. In here, on the next video along, it says the time, and it also says that it contains 8 questions right within that video. Then there's this one, contains 5 questions or notes. So if there's questions attached, that are ready to go. Awesome. You can reuse those, and I'll show you how to do that. Otherwise, the original videos you'll see just show up along the bottom, and those, if it says YouTube on top of it, it just means that's the video, but nothing has been added to it. So these are EdPuzzle created videos, and on the bottom are just the YouTube videos. Okay. So let's take a look at content that's already created, because I am a big advocate of not reinventing the wheel. Okay, so let's take a look at this fraction. So as the teacher, we're going to go take a look, see what it looks like. So you'll notice a couple things that look different about EdPuzzle. So these little icons are where the quiz questions will show up. Okay. You're also able to see what type of question it is, open-ended or multiple choice on the right-hand side. And I'm going to move my video. You also have these icons on the bottom that says edit. So yes, you can reuse someone else's questions and quizzes and edit them to make them your own as well. You can copy the assignment, you can assign it to your students, or you can share it to a group. So what we're going to do is take a look at the features of this assignment. So what happens is when the student goes to the video and they hit play, as the teacher, I can fast forward the video. Okay, so you see when it came to that little teardrop icon, what it did was it opened up a question, and the students can pop their answer in here. They can re-watch the video if they don't know the answer. And if you allow it, they can skip the question. You can stop this as a teacher and not allow them to skip. And you can also not allow them to fast forward through the video, which is really awesome. Okay, so that's EdPuzzle created content. So if I wanted to edit that as a teacher, I'm just going to, first I want to take a copy of it. So I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to go back to, whoops, oh, I just hit assign. My goodness. Scratch that. Okay, there's my copy. Now it's got my name on it. Well, it's actually got Sherry's name on it. And now I want to edit my copy, and it gives you some options here. Okay, so there's 3 options once you edit a video. There's cut, yes, which is awesome because sometimes we don't want our students to watch an entire YouTube video or Khan Academy video. So you have the ability to clip the assignment and make it, whoops, make it shorter or longer. And what it will do is it will fast forward you through the video to the part that you want to get to, and then you just click add cut, and then it cuts the video shorter for you. So I think you actually have to play it. So once you hit the cut, then it cuts that part out of the video. Okay, so you can edit the video, make it shorter or longer as you like, okay, just by dragging this bar. Okay, done. And then the next thing is voiceover. So maybe you want to record yourself giving instructions at the beginning of the video. So you can actually click start recording. And you can record your voice. When you're done, you can hit stop, and then you can personalize the videos by recording your voice before the students start them. And you can record your voice. And if you don't like that recording, everything is editable. The copy icon is in the bottom right. I'll show you how I copied the video. Let's go back a step. Go back to EdPuzzle. So let's pretend we'll just go to this Bill Nye the Science Guy. So I've opened the video that I want, and on the bottom right-hand side down here in blue writing, I know sometimes EdPuzzle looks a little archaic. You can click copy. Whoops. Okay, it copied the content, and then all you do to get to that copied content is you go watch, and there now your name shows up underneath the content. Okay, so that's your copy of the same content. And then to edit that content, you just click edit. And then you get into the edit features. You can actually, we'll get to the questions next. So you can cut the video shorter just by dragging these little bars. Okay. Cut, delete video, whatever you want to do. You can include a voiceover. And most importantly, you can enter multiple choice questions. Whoops. There we go. Okay, you can add questions, you can edit questions. See this little edit button here? If you don't like this question, you can edit it or you can delete it. Okay, if you don't want that to be in the quiz anymore, you can add your own questions. Down here, you can click add a question. As the video is playing, you see how it plays? You can click multiple choice question. I want to add one right here. Type in your question. Make sure you select which answer is the correct one. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. 2, 9. Okay, so you're going to hit save once you add your question. And then what it's going to do is it's going to ask you, sorry, I should go back a step. You identify which one is the correct answer when you create the question. Let's do another one. Okay, we'll add another multiple choice question. Put your question in here. Do you see how you have the X or the check? You have to choose which one is the correct answer. So let's just say this one's the wrong answer. And this one's the right answer. You just have to hit the check mark, which one's the right one, and that will prompt it to auto mark for it. Did you see that, Trevor, how to copy the video? Okay, so you can add multiple choice questions. You can also add an open-ended question. And what happens with the open-ended questions is they don't get auto-marked in EdPuzzle. You can go in and manually do the marking afterwards, and it will be updated in your gradebook. So. Okay, you don't choose a correct or an incorrect answer for open-ended questions because those are a little more challenging to mark. So you can also pop a note in there where you can tell students, take a look at Google Classroom. And what it does is it stops the video and the students have to read the note. But what I love, yeah, it's in the bottom right-hand corner once you've opened the video that you want to use. Okay. Make sense? Any other questions? Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to create.
Sorry, Sigrid wants to know where the icon, the copy icon is.
Okay, I'm going to go one more time there. So everybody can see my screen. I'm going to go to this center of gravity video. I've watched it. I love it. I want to use it, but I want to add my own questions. I'm going to go to the right-hand side here and go copy. Once I've copied it, I'm going to watch it and then see how this isn't my name, but this is the name of the teacher account I'm using. So then Sherry's name is showing up nicely right underneath the title of the video. So that's how you edit a video that's already created. Let's pretend that I've edited this video. I love it. I'm ready to assign it to my students. Because you've already pulled in that Google Classroom, you're going to click Assign, and then you can assign it to any of your Google Classrooms. And take a look on the right-hand side here. This is the important part. So as a default, this little checkbox prevents skipping. So your students will not be able to skip through the video. They'll have to watch the whole video. Okay, so that is really good. If you have students that are second language learners or they're hard of hearing, you can also turn on closed captioning, which is awesome. And you can also post it to Google Classroom, which is, I usually do all three just because it never hurts to have the text show while the students are watching a video. You can also assign a due date for the assignment. Okay. I can't see past my camera. Choose the class and then click assign, and it's going to take you to another spot. Perfect. So what it does is it's already posted on Google Classroom. Okay, so what will the student see? I'm going to pull up a student account that's linked to my Google Classroom, and I'll show you what happens once you assign it to the student. Okay, right there. It shows up in classwork. I'm going to delete this. As the center of gravity, students open it. They get a link right to the assignment. Students shouldn't be prompted to re-log in. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but that's okay. And now the student has access to the video. Now, as a student, I cannot, it says I can't fast forward, but it looks like I can. We'll just pretend. No, see, it won't let me fast forward. The student has to watch the whole thing. And you'll see as the student is watching it, those questions will come up and they'll be able to answer the questions. See where it says lock? The student's trying to skip to the quizzes and they can't. They have to watch the whole video first. Okay. Once they have, well, I guess this is only a 1-minute video. I'll show you what happens with the student marks.
Glider replaces the center of gravity forward, just a bit in front of the center of lift. Center of lift is a similar idea to center of gravity. It's the point where lift appears to be active. The center of lift is behind the center of gravity. This tends to keep the nose pointed down. This helps the glider move forward. Pointing the nose down helps the glider gain speed and lift.
Okay, so the student is going to answer the question, submit, and then they can continue through the video.
Control that nose down attitude, the glider could go into a dive. Correct the nose down attitude by adding up elevator at the rear of the plane. Here hits the upward bend. It's down upward. The tail of the plane gets flipped down.
Student can respond, hit continue.
Rotating around the center of gravity, the nose of the plane gets lifted, just like it's on the opposite end of the seesaw. Balancing the forward center of gravity with the correct up elevator adjustment.
Okay, you'll see that there were one multiple choice question, and the student, if you allow it, they can see the results. 0 out of 3, but that's because as a teacher, I haven't graded it. So I'm going to go in as the teacher now. I'm the student. I finished the assignment. Now, what does the teacher see? You'll see that I have the ability as the teacher to see how far along students have gotten into the video. It'll show me if it's been 50% watched, if they've never watched it, if they haven't turned it in. Okay, it looks like it's auto turned in. Sorry, I keep looking around my camera. So if I'm ready to mark this student's work, I'm going to go to the assignment. Number of times the student watched each section. It will tell you how many times they went back to rewatch. Okay. So the student chose the wrong answer. So we're going to leave it as incorrect. And then you'll see that you can mark the the open-ended questions as correct or incorrect. And then when I go to your classes or your grade book, you'll see that that student's score for that assignment shows up in the grade book there. You have to adjust how you want to mark it, if you want to mark it as a level 4 or out of, you know, how many points, but you are obviously going to do that when you're setting up your own quizzes. So pretty cool. You end up with a grade book, you know whether students have watched the videos, and now you've had a mini quiz to check for student understanding, which is super helpful. That's with content that's already in EdPuzzle. How do you pull in your own content? Well, if you're using Castify and a whiteboard and you teach a lesson and you want to check for understanding throughout the lesson, you can absolutely pull in your own videos, okay? What I recommend is record them on Castify and then upload them to your YouTube channel and then bring them in this way. Today, we're going to take a look at, I'm going to go to my slides and I'm going to share a link with you. That one. Where did my slides go? Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm going to share. Sorry, guys, my computer's not cooperating today. All right, I'm going to share a link with you to the Connected North videos that are available to use, and I'm going to show you how to bring in your own video from YouTube and start working on it yourself to make it an assignment for your students. This is really relevant for particularly teachers who can't find a lot of content on YouTube or Khan Academy or anything like that, and you want to make your own content and then check that the students are participating and listening. It's awesome. Okay, so let's go to my link that I popped in there for you. It's on slide 10. But I will put that link right in the chat for you. And this is a link to all of the Connected North at Home playlists, which is all of the videos that we've recorded so far. So if you want to go there and take a look at a video that maybe you want to pull into EdPuzzle, that's awesome. So what you first need to do is find the video that you want to use and you can actually just find the video with the YouTube link. So, or you can just go, you know, maybe you have a playlist on your own YouTube channel. So which one are we going to choose today? I feel like I want to choose, let's do bats. Oh no, yeah, Lori's isn't up here yet. Okay, so you open the video and you just grab the link of the video you want to use. Okay. And then you go back to EdPuzzle and you're just going to look for that video on YouTube. It should show up. There it is. Okay, once you find the video, awesome. You can cut the video so you can watch it. And as you watch it, you can cut the video. All right, so we can trim up the video to make it to the section that we specifically want our students to listen to. So let's just say I want the first 6 minutes. Obviously, you're going to spend more time than this, but I just want to show you a demonstration. So good. I've got my video, and now I want to insert some questions. So as the teacher, I can listen to the video. Okay, so maybe you want to ask your students, have you ever had an experience with bats? So in here, you're going to put an open-ended question. Have you ever seen a bat? This session is about bats. Save. And then you can continue. Okay, so I'm going to put in are bats mammals? True, false, save, continue. So it's very simple to add your own questions and notes within content. So I'm not going to spend too long on this. Okay, so let's do an open-ended question. Why do you think bats are important? Perfect. So we're going to pretend that we're done. When you hit finish, you'll see that the title of the video is there and it's got your name attached to it. And then you're going to either assign it or delete it or continue editing it. Very simple. So we're going to click assign. I'm going to assign it to my grade 8 English class. It needs to be done by Wednesday. Okay. And I want to post it in Google Classroom. Hit assign, and then it's going to pop up in that English class. All right, that's it. So at the moment, I've had lots of questions about Connected North educational videos, and we are recording all of them. And at the moment, we're not sure how long they'll be available. But Mally, maybe you can answer that question because we've had a couple of the same questions.
Yeah, we're not sure what Connected North is going to look like next year. Right now, we've been given somewhat open permission to post the session videos on YouTube until the end of the year and the COVID situation. Most of these providers don't post their videos online because they're proprietary. So I would say next year these will not be available online. We're just doing like a patchwork solution right now so that teachers have ability to post them on their Google Classrooms, but we will be taking the links down from from YouTube at the end of June or when.
Unless the providers give us permission to leave them, and we certainly will check with the providers if they're okay that we leave them up. We're happy to leave them up, right, Melanie?
Yeah, and most of those will be our role models and people who like individuals that we've connected from. But if they're from a museum or a art gallery, for example, where there's copyrighted materials, or a zoo, we will not, I know for sure we won't be allowed to keep them up. They have been granted special permission from their administration. So use them as much as you need in your classrooms until June. That's what they're there for. And Katie, did you share the resource page as well?
I did not.
Yeah, this is sort of a special case, Robert, because normally these sessions are really expensive and they deliver sessions on a one-to-one to classrooms. So we've been granted special permission to do this way. Just as a way to get content to the students. And what we've also done is the providers that we have asked them for their teaching resources that normally accompany the sessions, and we put them on a web page so that you have access to them. So if you go to additional resources, and for example, if you go to Alaska Sea Life. So if you use one of the Alaska Sea Life sessions at the top.
I'm losing it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's at the top. And if you do the volcano set, I just have to see which have been linked already. So if you do Eat or Be Eaten or Living in the Ring of Fire, you can just click on that and the worksheets will come up for that.
Oh, hang on, I lost my.
Or if you watch the squid dissection, which is phenomenal, if you're teaching grade 6, 7, or 8, there's a label diagram for the squid dissection and also talks about classification of whatever those animals are, cephalopods, so the dissection worksheet. And then if you go down to, where's the other one? It's Cleveland Museum of Natural History. They have really great resources as well. So they have vocabulary sheets. They have, you can click on any of those. So if you go to Bodyworks, for example, Katie, so open up Bodyworks and it has vocabulary. It has a couple of activities that you can do, extension activities for the students. So those can be linked to the sessions and the recordings. We've tried to make it really easy. And today we're spending the whole day booking content and adding content to that site. Yeah, thanks, Desta. Yeah, we're happy.
So I did want to highlight one really awesome resource for elementary students, even as high as grade 6. There's some, I don't know if anyone's heard of Storyline Online. Have you guys heard of that before? It is such a good resource, and it's a whole bunch of famous actors and just famous people in general reading incredible books. Like some of the books are just wonderful. I wonder if Ish is in here, Melly. Oh. But there's like so many books, and they're all sorted by grade level. And what they are is most of them come with activity guides as well. And you just click on the book to have it read, and you can actually grab that. It's all in YouTube, so you can grab that YouTube link and pop it into EdPuzzle as well and do a quick comprehension activity with your students. So I love Storyline Online, and they're very well set up, and like they're properly, proper backgrounds, not like my school storage background behind me. So I love Storyline Online. And so, okay, what time is it? You guys want to go through Flipgrid really quick? I don't want to keep you longer than you need to. Feel free to leave. If you need to, the recording will be up and you can take a look at these after, but let's take a quick look at Flipgrid because I love it because it gives the students the opportunity to respond to you through video. And a lot of grade 7 and up, they struggle sometimes to respond by video. They don't always want to, but with grade 6 and under, usually they're pretty good. And then high school kids usually get used to responding through video, especially now that everything is done through distance. So like I said, the link to Flipgrid, all you have to do is click on Flipgrid. It's just flipgrid.com. Sherry's in the session. She'll see I'm using her demo account. You're welcome, Sherry. You'll be all set up. Okay, so you go to flipgrid.com. All you want to do is click on the top right to sign up. And I guess I should go to my slides and show you what Flipgrid is exactly. So let's go take a look. So basically, Flipgrid just allows you to create little mini videos for your students of you talking to them, maybe give them instructions, maybe you want to read them a story. You can start a discussion topic. Maybe you posted a story online from Storyline Online, and you want to check for students' comprehension and understanding, or have them share. I know that in elementary, all through elementary and high school, it's really important to teach kids how to make connections. I'm not sure, Sigrid, if Kobe uses Vimeo. I don't think so, though. And students can record and watch videos. They can comment on each other's videos, but that can be turned off as well. So let's just jump in and take a look at it, and I'll give you a quick little tour. So let me see. Once you've signed into a Flipgrid account. So I'll give you a minute or two to set yourself up with an account. I'll just leave this polar bears one up. I'm gonna actually go in and share you just so you can see. So we're gonna go educator sign up. You can sign up with your G Suite account. It's really important that you do that because you can actually, when you hit share, you can share the Flipgrid assignment directly to Google Classroom. So that's why it's important to log in and sign up with your G Suite accounts. Okay, so I'll delete this one just because I want to start fresh. Give me the yes, I'm ready once you've signed yourself up with an account and you're ready to go. I don't want to rush. I need to get my server to get me a fresh cup of coffee.
You're lucky to have a server. Holy cow. Ben, you're doing a great job.
It requires a little yelling down the hallway, but it works. Okay. Are we good? Can we move on? You guys ready? You got your Flipgrid set up?
Oh, Lisa says she has to run. Looking forward to watching the recording later. No problem. They'll be up within probably by the weekend.
Okay, so
Don't have anyone yet.
Just give me a yes, I'm ready once your account is set up. I don't want to rush. I want to give everyone some opportunity to follow along with me. Thank you, Roberto, for answering questions and being so on the ball today. I really appreciate it. I feel like we're all learners here, so no one really needs to be an expert. Oh, Rose, perfect. I hope I get your Flipgrid today. Okay, I'll give it a couple more minutes. I love Flipgrid. Lynette, you're going to love Flipgrid. You'll be really good for your classes, I think. Okay. What we're going to do is create a new grid. And essentially, when you're creating a grid, you're creating your classroom. So if you're a high school teacher and you have several classes with different topics or subjects, I recommend creating a grid for each of your classes. Perfect. Let's make a grid ready to go. Awesome. If you're teaching a grade class, like grade 1, 2, 3, all the way to grade 6, I would just create one grid unless you wanted to separate it by subject, like math or science. Okay, so for today, we're just going to create a new grid, and this is the important part. Okay. Roberto says, God bless all of you elementary teachers. Thank you. High school teachers don't have it easy either. Okay, name your grid. So you're going to give the title of the grid, and for today, I'm just going to call it G Suite training. Okay. Now here's where you need to choose school email. Okay, this will allow you to post directly to Google Classroom. If you're not part of a G Suite account, then you'll do student IDs, but the last thing our students need at this point is another login. So I highly recommend link it to your G Suite accounts. And if you want to customize your grid name, you'll see it's called McNear. I'm going to call this Connected North. And it will tell me if my grid is available, which it is. How exciting. So you can customize it down here, and then you're going to hit next. Grade 11 and 12, Roberto. What do you teach? Well, I know you teach astronomy. Okay, and what it's going to do is it automatically adds your G Suite email. Okay, and if in some domains the student's email is slightly different, but it's the same domain. So keep that in mind. So you might need to add that student account. I know that doesn't apply to Kobe and it does not apply to NNEC, so it's all the same for everybody. For NNEC, it's nnecschools.org, and for Kobe, it's edu.knet. Okay, we're going to hit next. There you go. Grid is all set up. Okay, so there's a few options in here, and this is all in my slides as well. If you click on actions, you can add a co-pilot, which means you can add another teacher to be administrator on that grid, which is awesome. Okay, you can export the data from the grid, or you can duplicate the grid, or you can, of course, edit the grid. All right. In the sharing settings, no worries, Sherry. Hit share, and when you're ready, share it to Google Classroom. We're not ready yet because we didn't set up the assignment. So we're going to open up the grid. Okay, this is essentially the classroom. Okay, so you'll notice that there's an assignment already created for you, just as kind of a demonstration, or they also call it a topic. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and edit this topic. So we're going to click edit on the little pencil, and then you have a few options. So maybe what you want to do is you want the students to watch one of those Storyline Online videos. Let's go find it. Okay, let's go to Snappy that. Oh no, let's go to Stripes. I like that video. So we're going to go to Stripes. You want to see it on YouTube. Okay, so we're going to grab that link from YouTube. Okay, and we're going to go pop it into our Flipgrid. Okay, and we're going to say today's read aloud and we want the students to record in 30 seconds. I got the video just by going to Storyline Online or to YouTube and finding the video rows. So any video you want the students to watch, you can pop in there. You do not have to put a video in there, but just for today, I'm going to put it in there. So I'm going to give instructions. Please click on the link and listen to the story. Then tell me what you learned from the story by sending me a little video. Okay, so we only want to give the students 30 seconds. What it does is it gives you a focus. Basically, it just kind of waves to get the students listening. I'm going to click update topic before I make any other changes, because what this does is it just saves what you have so far. But I don't like this icon here, so I'm going to get rid of it. Okay. Now, actually, Rose, you can add the video right in here as well. So if you click on YouTube video, I can pop that link to that Stripes and I can put it in there. And then it will show up as the focus on the bottom. So you can either put it as a link in the instructions, or you can add it as a video underneath. Okay. Topic. To add a topic, you can add a topic if you like. It's just like organizing it in Google Classroom. So we'll call it literacy. And then topic attachments. You can attach other links if you want to. We're not going to for this, but maybe you want to attach an assignment to this. That works as well. Topic status. So this is important, student to student reply. So you can allow students to reply via video to another student. I usually turn this off until I know that my students have a good handle on using this type of assignment appropriately. And then we want the assignment to start today, and we want it to be closed off next Friday. Okay, so we want to give our students a little bit of time to do it. So if moderated videos will be hidden from students until you activate them. So yes, you can turn on video moderation. I like this because then when student responds, I'm going to make sure it's an appropriate response before it gets posted publicly. So the students will be able to view each other's videos, but only if they've been approved videos. And I do really appreciate that they've added that in there. Okay, so in here it says in video features, you can, students can add filters, stickers, drawings, and selfies. So do you want them to add selfies and videos? Do you want them just to do selfies? Do you want them to do videos only? I usually just leave it like this. Students can trim and rearrange their video clips. I mean, it depends on your students, but you could leave that on. Students can add a title to their video. You can show how many views the video has seen. You can let students add a sticky note while they're recording if you want. You can allow students to include an external link. It's up to you whether you want that to happen or not. And you can allow students to like other student videos. So it doesn't say dislike, so I don't really have a problem with students liking a video. You just have to be careful and you have to know your students well. Okay, then we're going to go to feedback. Provide basic feedback. So this is your assessment on a response based on the student's ideas. So yes, that's awesome. If you want to do custom feedback, look at this. It's even got a rubric in there. You could create your own rubric. Hello, oral language assessment, media literacy assessment, communication. It's hitting one of those essential skills, and you can create your own rubric, or you can just use the rubric that they already have there for you. Make sense? We're going to go update topic. All right, our topic is ready, and now we want to share that out to our Google Classroom. We've got our story, we've told them what to do. You can also, as a teacher, start the discussion by recording a response yourself, okay? And it's a really good idea to give your students verbal instructions as well as written instructions. But let's first share it out to our students, and then we'll go record a response ourselves. So you're going to click share. And when you click on share to Google Classroom, it's going to give you some options. It's going to go find your classroom. You're going to choose which class you're going to share it to. And you're going to choose what type of assignment it's going to be. Is it going to be an assignment? Is it going to be a question? Is it going to be an announcement? Or is it going to be material? Here's what you need to ask yourself. Are you using this as an assessment? If you are going to assess this and you want this to show up as a grade in your grade book in Google Classroom, choose assignment. Okay? If you're not going to assess it, you just want to hear from your students, make it an announcement. If you don't make it an assignment, it won't show up in your grade book. Okay, so for today, we're just going to make it an announcement. I just want to hear from my students and see that they're doing their work and enjoying the stories that I'm sending. We're going to make it an announcement. When you hit go, what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to write them a note. Okay. We're going to set, we can also differentiate. Maybe we want to change the books for different students. Super cool. The integration is really awesome with Google Classroom here. And hit post. Okay, what I love about this is it will let you view what you've posted to your class. Awesome. I love not having to reinvent the wheel. There we go. There's the link. Please click on the link below to listen to the video and post me a video back showing your thinking. So the students will click on it. It will take them directly where they need to go. Because they're on Chromebooks or they've already logged in with their G Suite accounts, it shouldn't be a problem. There we go. There's our first task. So please click the link. Tell me about the story. So the students are going to listen to the story and then they're going to respond by recording a response here. So we're going to be a student and we're going to respond. I'm going to turn my video off on WebEx so you can see. Okay, let's see if we can get the video to work. may not work because I'm already using my video, but normally your video would show up here and the student would record their response. They could also go back and take a look at the video in case they've forgotten. Okay, they can add a sticky note as they're thinking. Okay, and they can even put stickers, which they are going to love. You're going to see the kids' videos with stickers and emojis all over. They can change their colors. What's really cool is you can actually have a whiteboard. Oh, see, I only had 30 seconds, so I ran out of time. Lots of options in here. When the student is done recording, normally you would see a video, but because my video is already working with WebEx, that's why I'm not able to find it. We're going to hit next. You can even, the kids can even take a selfie before they submit their video, and they can, you know, put stickers on it. They can create a whiteboard, all kinds of things. So we're going to take a selfie, pretend that we can see my image. And when they're ready, they can submit the video. Awesome. And then as the teacher, you're going to go to your Flipgrid and you will see that a student has posted a response. There we go. Right now it's hidden. You can watch it first and then make it active. And you can also, you can respond to them or you can delete it if it wasn't appropriate. Everybody good with Flipgrid? It's pretty awesome. You really just need to play with it, but that's how you get set up and send assignments out to your students. They can respond to you through video. Yes, this does work with an iDevice or an iPad. So yeah, that's Flipgrid. It's pretty awesome. I love being able to see my students, and they have a lot of fun with video responses as well. All right, I think that's probably all we have time for today. I'm sorry we went a little over. Anybody have any questions before we leave? And feel free to send me emails and tell me how you used it. I'm really excited to see how you guys end up integrating these things into your Google Classroom. It definitely makes it more interactive and fun, and that's kind of what kids need right now. Frankly, we need it as teachers too. So, all right, have a super day and enjoy your day. And the recording from Saturday's class should be up today. Desta, I'm waiting. It takes a little while because it comes to me from WebEx, but if not, I will email you a link directly to the video if you don't get it by today. All right, have a good day, you guys, and don't forget to tune in for the Connected North stuff. Today's lineup is pretty awesome.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of fun. Okay, thanks for showing up. And Katie, that was awesome. I always learn so much and wish I had Classroom again.
I know, right? All right, see you guys.
Stuff. Okay, bye.